Sitting here driving along, listening to my second audio book of my Audible trial. And I'm on my second audio book by an author named Russell Brunson. He said something that I'd heard before, and not being really into the whole self-empowerment movement thing. I'm not a fan of Tony Robbins, because I take significant issue with some of the philosophy undergirding that kind of thing. But I will say that I've been warming up to the idea of at least considering the kernels of truth buried in that erstwhile disagreeable stuff. And one of those kernels, one of those hidden truths, is something Russell mentioned just now in his book. He talked about how, you have inner dialogues. You have an inner dialogue that may be very prideful, saying, oh, I'm the man, I'm the bomb diggity. And you have another voice that competes with that voice that says, actually, you're not anything at all. And so don't even try anything because you're only going to fail. It really triggered some thinking. And I've been hearing this lately in other things I've been listening to and reading. And that particular, I guess you could say, grain of truth is actually starting to burrow itself down into my mind. And I'm beginning to believe it, or really to recognize it and to analyze and to consider and to reflect on that actually, and really here's the greater point. The greater point is that whether or not you give in to the one voice or the other, and obviously these voices are just figurative. There are no literal voices, really. I mean, it's just different facets of your mind expressing themselves in the form of a, inner monologue or dialogue, whatever you want to call it. But the greater point really is that you really have to wrestle through your response to this inner turmoil, because if you do have talents, giftings, abilities, in whatever measure, and actually we kind of all do, the greater consideration is that they aren't for us alone. And so if we give in to the, I guess you could call it, the pessimist voice, and fail to at least try great things, then you're actually not just robbing yourself, but you're robbing other people. You're robbing the people who are the potential recipients and beneficiaries of those gifts, those talents, as they are developed and expressed and utilized. That's a big deal to me. That latter thought right there is really, I'm starting to latch onto that and realize that, as I see business owners and people who are friends of mine and who are struggling. Not every friend I have who's a business owner is struggling, but I have some, in particular, one I'm thinking of right now, struggling hard. So I want to help. And as I said in a previous video, there actually are ways that I can help. And so I need to press through my own challenges, my own difficulties, take some of that advice, albeit clad in uncomfortable and unattractive garments, and take what's worthwhile in it and move on it. And that's, I plan to do that.